Hey everybody, Rich here with Anglers, and today I want to go over our Anglers Jigging Kit. So we build these kits in-house. We customize what goes in there, so let's dive into this box. You purchase the box, you get in a nice Plano box, and inside will be all kinds of fun stuff. So we've got jig heads, an assortment of sizes. We've got a couple different colors of BKD, soft plastics in here. We've got the skirts. So the idea is you get all the components and you're going to build them. We get one sample that's in there, shows you how it's done, ready to fish. Of course, the box is totally customizable and you can add lots of other tackle to it down the road. But let's talk about rigging. So you buy the kit, you're going to get some jig heads, you're going to get some soft plastics, and you're going to get some skirts. So let's put these together. One tool that you'll need is a good pair of scissors. You can use a knife and you can also twist these off. I'll show you how to do all of this. You're going to trim these. If I rig this with the jig head, the problem is this skinny nose can tear over these bait keepers. So in order to avoid that, we're going to trim these. Now on the BKDs, they have these ribs. I really like cutting it at the very first rib. You're going to trim this nice and neat. And then we're going to line this up. Lay this next to the jig head, and what we're looking for is where that hook is going to come out back here. Kind of mark that a little bit with our thumb. Come back. I put a little tiny mark there with the hook. And we're going to come in the front. Slide the plastic down the hook, keeping the hook centered in the plastic, and we're looking for that little tear we made. Slide that out. Now careful, the hook is sharp. Slide this all the way up to the head, and then we're going to kind of fix that, and that's what it'll look like without a skirt. So let's talk about it with a skirt. Now if you want to add a skirt, we're going to do this first. Skirt goes on, so we're going to put through that silicone ring, slide it up, and then just push this on. Little tackle tip, this is a personal thing. I like to have that skirt oriented correctly. If the skirt has multicolors to it, it drives me nuts if it's off center. So I like a dark back on the bait, so I'm gonna line this up so that the dark spot is on the top and then the light on the bottom there. Then we pull all this back. Same as we did before, we're gonna trim the skirt. Same as before, we're gonna line it up, make our mark. We're going to come in the front just like we did before, slide it down, pop it out the mark, push that up, make it look good, and there is a rigged jiggly jerk soft plastic. These are great for fishing for stripers and all kinds of other species. So how do we jig these? So let's talk about that. So we're going to use a jigging rod, standard rods that you can find here at the store. When I jig with those kind of plastics, there's two different ways I'm going to do it. I'm either going to vertical jig right underneath of the boat, or I'm going to cast it out and let it sink down to the bottom and work it back horizontally. So when I jig, I like to sharply lift and slowly lower the rod. When I say slowly, we need to let the bait fall, but I don't want to just drop the rod, because if I drop the rod, the bait free falls down, and a lot of the times the stripers like to eat the bait on the way down. You're going to miss fish if you do it that way. So I like to snap up and lower down, snap up and lower down. And sometimes I'll kind of give it a little bit of a pop, pop, pop on the way up, kind of make that bait dance a little bit and then lower it back down. And that's the same if I'm going to cast it out and let it sink down. Pop, slowly reel, pop, slowly reel. If I'm vertical right underneath of the boat, just drop it straight down, pop, 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 lift it up, pop, 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 lower it down, and just slowly reel in between. If you find suspended fish and you can get the bait in that area, you don't necessarily need to reel. You can just lift and kind of lower and just right in that strike zone once you get the lure there. But I like kind of covering the water column until I find where the fish are. So hope these tackle tips help you out. Enjoy the box, and we will see you guys in next time you stop in. Good luck out there. Have fun.